All right, I got a good video for us to watch. So Ryuko Sensei made a video, and it's been circulating the gacha space. It's called Honkai Star Rail is the worst game I've ever played. Here's why. Man, I'm surprised the like to dislike ratio is it's big a difference. Okay. I was expecting this to be way higher. So whatever he's saying must be based. So we're gonna see if we agree with anything, or if he even touches on the issues that I have with Star Rail. I literally said like a couple things I had an issue with during the last live stream and then during the drip marketing as well. And it's like the only time that my video has gone from 99% like to dislike ratio to 80%. Like people fucking hate any kind of criticism on this game. So I'm actually surprised he didn't get any. So I want to see what he said.
I can't. I just can't anymore. I feel like I'm going insane hearing this all the damn time. Honkai Star Rail is amazing. Not like that shit Genshin. Penacony, more like Pikacony.
Dude, I hate when people say that. When people say Pikacony, I'm like, man, have y'all ever experienced an actual good story? Because I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say this right off the rip. If it wasn't for Raiden May being in fucking Penacony, I would not even fucking care about that shit. May is the only reason, Acheron is the only motherfucking reason why I like that shit. And it's only because I played Honkai Impact 3rd.
Am I right? No, you're not right. In fact, you are absolutely wrong. Now hear me when I say this, and I'm speaking to you.
True?
Yes, you, specifically
No,
you.
no, he's not talking to me. He's talking to you, chat.
Honkai Star... This gets closer. Honkai Star Rail fucking sucks.
True.
I can prove it with numbers.
Yes, science.
With numbers?
Let me explain. First of all, do I even play Honkai Star Rail? Yes. Kinda. I mean, I log in, stare at Himiko, do my dailies, stare at Kafka, do the simulated universe each week, stare at Hanya, and have slowly been building up my characters.
Yeah, I don't even do that anymore. I pay somebody to do it because it's that boring.
I started back around mid-March.
I have an executive account manager now.
Live stream about all the new rewards after the anniversary. Hashtag Genshin could still never. And I wanted to quickly grind up through all the content from 1.0 all the way through to 2.1 to get Acheron. Because I'm a disgusting little simp that wants her to step on my I got Sparkle, Dr. Ratio was in my inbox, as well as all the free pulls. The introduction to the game was really fun and engaging.
Yeah, Belobog. And I've been saying this for a year. Star Rail has not given me the same feeling that I got after finishing Belobog. Belobog was like, the 1.0 arc was like a JRPG, like a standalone JRPG. The build-up was great. The end fight was awesome with Kokolia. The music was insane. The setting, everything was so fucking good. And then you got to Lofu, and then you went to Penacony. Oh my God. It's so bad.
Enjoy playing through the Herta space station and pretty much everything on Belobog.
Yeah, it did feel like playing through a Trails game. Bro, she's so hot. I can't believe she's dead. And they never gave us her as a character, man. What the fuck? Gacha slave? Yeah, pretty much.
Huh? I thought you said Honkai Star Rail sucks. You're glazing it harder than a Krispy Kreme donut right now. When are you
It sucks now.
I'm gonna get to that. Shut the fuck up. It had good design, action, pacing. The story wasn't too simple, but still easy to follow. There was a good balance of puzzles, battles, and story all woven together well to make the storytelling experience really enjoyable.
And that's one thing too, though. There was a lot of battles in the story, and it forced you to use the story characters, not your over fucking powered characters that can one-shot everything. Right? Because, like, why the fuck would you use... Here's the thing. It's making you do a fight against Aventurine, and I have Aventurine on my team. Do you not see how that just, like, completely pulls you out of it? Right? It just ruins the perception of the story. Like, okay, I'm fighting Aventurine, but Aventurine's on my team, and his shields are so broken that I can't take any damage. Like, it kind of just... I miss when they made you, force you to use these characters, the story characters, the fucking Star Rail Express crew.
With a fantastic soundtrack and an amazing finale with the Kokolia fight. And
Dude,
then we get to
that fight was awesome.
Yeah. No one really likes that area. Just wait until you get to Penacony.
You're not about to tell me that you liked that area, man. That area sucked. There's no way.
Zhanzhou Lofu wasn't the worst. Definitely a step down from the massive hype.
It wasn't the worst, but it definitely wasn't the best.
We got after the end of Belobog, but on the whole, I don't actually mind Zhanzhou Lofu. It was an interesting world with a completely different vibe. The music.
Okay, I will say this part with Kafka was the only interesting part because we learned more about her and then us as This was the last time we learned about the Trailblazer. Right here. The main fucking character, by the way. After this, we have not heard about anything about the main character for a fucking year.
It was good, the puzzles were fun and interesting, and we got new lore. The thing that really dragged it down, in my opinion, was the unnecessary jargon for relatively simple concepts.
I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience.
You're here to read her mind and get some information out of her. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. Just speak fucking English.
Yeah, that's another thing. This is the thing they do with Honkai series as a whole. They overcomplicate everything by having these gigantic sci-fi fucking like words that they just expect you to fucking know. Like they're just saying shit that they think that you should know. That's all hidden in the fucking simulated universe lore. You literally, to understand 90% of the shit in the story for Penacony and for this and the Aeons and everything, have to actually read all of the lore in simulated universe, which is just a weekly fucking roguelike farm. And you have to go through it multiple times and try to do different choices and shit to get different options to see different story shit. So, and everyone always skips it. Why is it not in the main story if it's that important? It's fucking stupid.
But whatever, like I said, putting aside the random jargon and exposition,
I believe we are dealing with this.
Bro, like, look at this fucking sentence. Look at this paragraph. What is this, man? And this has been my problem for Star Rail in the last fucking, like, year, bruh. This is a fucking paragraph that could have been one fucking sentence. Done. Why the fuck is there 4 sentences here, bro? Holy shit. It's just nonstop yapping. And the way they do it's so boring because this is what we're doing. We're just staring at them fucking talking, emotionless, with barely any expressions, no camera angle changes like they do in Wuthering Waves to make it feel more cinematic. It's literally just staring. I'd rather watch a visual novel. They have more expressions. That's saying something.
Called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. The Cienjo has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ambrosial Arbiter.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck's the Rainbow Arbiter? It's the first time you hear this shit.
The Ambrosial Arbor was spelled thousands.
Look at all these terms that they just expect you to know.
Area I've ever been to. Oh no, that crown undeniably goes to Penacony. Okay, come here. Closer. A little more. Closer. Fuck Penacony.
Yes, thank God.
I have never had a worse gaming experience in my life.
Yep.
I've been playing games since
it's
I could hold
so
the controller.
bad. Bro, which one was it, chat? Was it 2.1? Where it was like my stream for that, and I barely took pauses or anything, was like 14 hours. Is that the Aventurine one, 2.1, or was that 2.2? Fuck that patch. That patch made me fucking hate Star Rail. I wanted to kill myself by the time I was done for that. 2.2? Yeah, fuck 2.2. I almost wanted to fucking end my life playing that game on stream. Holy fucking shit.
I remember playing Sonic the Hedgehog on the original Sega Mega Drive back when I was about 3 or 4 years old.
You old
I didn't get
fucking
far.
bastard.
I was a kid. I just like seeing the spinny ball go.
Yeah,
zoom.
same.
Anyway,
on my
point
Genesis.
Is, I've been playing games for a long ass time. And never in my 35 years on this planet.
How old is Ryuko Sensei? Is he around my age? 30, 33, 34? I'm about to be 34. He looks like he might be like 35-ish.
Have I raged at just how mind-numbingly boring Penacony is?
Yes,
and
it is
yes,
boring.
I am including that Aranara quest from Genshin.
Oh, you said
Still
35?
not as bad
Okay.
as Penacony. Belobog was good. Jonjo Lofu wasn't bad. But then it just dives off a cliff with Penacony. The biggest problem with Penacony is that it's just not fun.
It's not.
At all.
At all.
You literally
Nope.
cannot do a single thing for the first hour and a half.
Yeah, dude, the first introduction to Penacony, there was not a single fight or anything interesting for like 3 hours. It was so bad.
It takes about a minute to clear, and after that you're right back to yapping for another 48 minutes with literally nothing to do but run around with Firefly doing real important stuff like roulette, ice cream.
Oh my
and
God,
double
I
pinball,
fucking
guess.
hated it. It felt like to me in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is one of my problems with Rebirth, how they had forced mini games in the main story. Don't fucking make me do mini games. Have it as a side option, sure, but don't fucking force me to do it, right? Granted, it wasn't that often as they do in Star Rail, but it was still annoying.
Oh, got another battle. That's another 1 minute of something, I guess, against a fucking trash can. I actually timed.
Am I the only person that's getting sick of the trash cans? I'm getting sick of the trash cans. Like, it was funny at first because you know how the Trail series does the funny, like, you read the treasure chest after you loot it and it has like a funny dialogue after? Like, that's what they were going for, like trash can lore. Like, that's what they were going for with the trash cans. But now they're just, bro, All right, you're beating a dead horse, man. Shut the fuck up with the trash cans. It's so fucking ridiculous at this point.
How much turn-based action?
I don't think they're that annoying. They're pretty fucking annoying. I think I'm crazy, but I love that shit. It was funny at first. Now it's played out. You know? Yeah, it's unserious, but you can find other ways to make the story unserious instead of using the same gimmick the entire time. It gets repetitive and boring.
RPG we got in this turn-based action RPG game. So 2.0 takes about 5.5 hours to complete, right? Keep in mind this is about the same amount of time it took for us to complete the entirety of
Yeah,
Belobog.
and barely anything happened in 2.0 at all.
And this is just the introduction.
Firefly
so yeah,
dies.
5.5 hours, and of that you spend a grand total of 9 minutes, 24 seconds actually doing that.
Wait, did he actually mark and record every fucking fight that he had? Listen to how boring that sounds. Time to complete 2.0, 5 hours and 30 minutes. Time in battle, not even 10 minutes. What? Is that even 1%?
I did the math. That is literally 2.85% of the time doing the thing you came to this game to do.
2.58%. That's crazy. Yeah, you're not even playing a game at this point. You're just watching it.
Oh, so it's not good if you're not constantly fighting? Is that what you're trying to say? No, not at
No,
all.
but you need something to break the monotony of just staring at fucking characters, yapping, not even doing anything.
Well, I don't even need it to be 50%. But less than 3% is not nearly enough. I didn't hate everything, though.
Because, like, let me show you something, right? Let me show you the difference in what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people are going to be like, well, Wuthering Waves has a lot of talking, too. First of all, their fucking patches don't take 5.5 hours to story. It's, like, barely 3. Okay, so, like, they're yapping, right? But there's constant camera angle changes. There's constant camera angle changes. There's expressions on the characters' faces. You know, they make it feel cinematic and it draws you in. Meanwhile, Star Rail is just you literally staring at the same people, yapping, standing still. No camera angle changes or nothing at all. Like, it is so fucking boring, man. I don't know how people deal with that shit. Yeah, like this part, man. This part was really fucking good. And even if the story itself isn't like crazy good, the music, the graphics, and the animation and the expressions of the characters make it feel enjoyable. You know what I mean? Oh, and the Atelier game too. Like, bruh. Always meant to be. Even the Atelier game, bruh. That's right. That's a good point. And that game doesn't even make that much money, man. Don't judge me, chat. Okay. Don't judge me. Yeah, here we go. Look, this is a game that makes maybe 1% of what Star Rail makes.
無事に倒せたみたいだね。それにしても、なかなかの強敵だったな。
だね。まあでも、うちのバレリアがいれば、魔物の1匹や2匹、わけないっていうか。いざな。
What are you even talking about, Jeremy? Are you high? This is in-game engine. This is not a CGI cutscene. This is a game that makes maybe 5% of what Star Rail makes, if that. Maybe lower. And this is like 1.0 of the game, by the way. This is like chapter 3. There's like 16 chapters right now, and they've gotten better every fucking patch. Like, there's no excuse to not do shit like this in Star Rail when you got the game making 100+ million a month. Guaranteed. This game makes like 5 million, if that. If this fucking game can do it. You see visual expression of them actually getting mad, worried, you know, jealous, regret, like visual storytelling. Star Rail doesn't do any of that at all.
There's the interactive section with Firefly. That was all right. Took about 15 minutes though. Then there's the time that we're in the dreamscape. This is the only area in penacony that I actually enjoyed. This is what we were promised in the beginning with that whole scene with Akron.
Yep. Hey, I'm just gonna say it. How do I say this without pissing people off? I loved Firefly's animated short, her backstory. the 6-minute long animated short they did of her backstory, them fighting a fucking war and getting obliterated, and she's literally the last one left of her race that awakened as some kind of Super Saiyan fucking mech, right? That shit was fucking cool. Firefly and Penacony was the worst shit in the Penacony arc. Anytime that bitch was on the screen, I was completely like, okay, whatever. This is just meant for the people to play the game that simp over this character. That's it. There was really not much depth to her character at all, and it made me so mad because I was so into her after her animated short. I don't get it. Like, bro, her animated short, do you guys remember her animated short? Like, this shit was cinema. Like, and then I was expecting some kind of shit like that, some kind of disposition like that in the fucking goddamn game. Like, bro, this was badass.
The target straight ahead. Keep pushing forward.
Like, I felt for this character so much. Her entire race, they were literally created as weapons to fight against the fucking swarm that was wiping out planets. And her entire fucking race gets obliterated, and she is the only one left. This is the best fucking trail animated short they have ever done. And then we get the Penacony, and she is just like the most boring, basic bitch character ever.
Over there, I immediately felt a major shift in tone and storytelling that was completely absent so far. Okay.
Bro was fighting a war in the animated short, and then in the game we are having a date for 5 hours. Yeah, and it was the most cringe, boring shit ever.
Right, I'm guessing this is where the story gets good. At least I'm hoping. Too bad we were only there for about 45 minutes, max. Most of the time, you can't really do anything but go to the next.
Okay, Star Rail Defenders will tell you that her whole shtick is trying to act like a normal girl. Yeah, if that was the case, that was definitely not done well at all. I'm gonna be honest. I have autoed everything in this fucking game for years. There's not a single thing in this game that's difficult whatsoever, not even endgame. I literally fucking auto Memory of Chaos 12, the hardest difficulty of the whatever shadow thing, the fucking boss thing that they added, the newest one, and Pure Fiction. There's literally, and I haven't spent on the game since Firefly.
Minutes, max. Most of the time, you can't really do anything but go to the next dialogue location and sit around watching people yap. How much yap, you ask? Again, I timed it. 3 hours, 49 minutes.
Okay, wait. I want to go back to this. You see? This is exactly what I'm talking about with the visual storytelling being boring as fuck. You can yap and make it enjoyable. Bro.
Max. Most of the time,
he has it on times 50 speed. Look at this. They're just standing there talking. No camera change, no cinematography at all. Like, there's no expressions on their faces. It's so
really
boring, man. Look at this.
Look
at that.
People yap. How much yap, you ask? Again, I timed it. 3 hours, 49 minutes, and 36 fucking agonizing seconds.
Bro, Honkai Impact 3rd, even before Part 2, there was more emotion in visual storytelling in Honkai Impact 3rd than there is in Star Rail. That's crazy. And that's a visual novel.
Of yap. Out of 5 hours and 17 minutes of story, might I remind you. And at the end, the big twist, the big reveal is that Robin is dead.
And Firefly. Technically. Oh, and then they did the shit at the end of Penacony arc where they're like, oh yeah, just kidding, nobody died. It was all a dream. Like,
oh, you mean the girl that only had 3 minutes and 43 seconds of screen time?
Bro, bro counted how long she was on screen. Yeah, how the fuck are you supposed to care about a character that you only seen on the fucking screen for 3 fucking minutes and 40 seconds? How? Like, people were like, oh, you don't think that was sad that Robin was dead? I don't even know who the fuck this bitch is. I never fucking seen her.
This entire quest? That girl? We were supposed to care.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. Ryuko Sensei is cooking on this. He's cooking.
Her own song has a longer lifespan than she does. Seriously, why?
Wait. Oh my God. She got 3 minutes and 43 seconds of screen time. Her song is 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Okay, yo, this is a good video. This is a good fucking video, bro. Ryuko, hey, you're cooking, bro.
Seriously, why was I supposed to care? Then on to 2.1 when we continue on with Trailblazer's story, right? Wrong.
What
Oh,
what Trailblazer story? As I said earlier, we have not seen any kind of improvements on the MC story since that one scene in Lofu with Kafka. That's it. We haven't seen shit else.
quest. This fucking quest. Oh my god. It pissed me off so much I was about ready to punch through my desk. I thought 2.0 was bad, but I had absolutely no idea about the mind-numbing torture I was about to get myself through. Looking back on it, I would rather French kiss
Is he talking about Aventurine's part?
the mentor than go through all this
Dementor.
again. The quest is just less than 6 hours long, and 4.5 hours of that is
Oh, 2.1 was Aventurine. Wait, it was only 6 hours? Why do I feel like that shit was 12 hours, man?
nothing but pure fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna link you guys his video after so you guys can sub to him.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. There was a total of about 24
felt
minutes
that.
worth of fighting. 13 and a half minutes of those weren't necessary to the story at all.
Okay.
45 seconds were necessary to the story, and the last
Wait. The only fighting that was necessary to the story was 45 seconds long. Wait, it took you 10 minutes to do the Aventurine battle? Okay. Maybe it's because I spent money on my account, but that motherfucker was dead so fast. Like,
11 minutes were the fight against Aventurine. You spent more time staring at static images listening to people talk about deep politics and very important theological stuff. You have no idea.
yeah, I don't mind when they do this, right? I don't mind when they do this because the artwork sometimes is very nice. And I'm going to be honest, I'd rather have this than them standing still with no emotion, just yapping. I'm going to be honest. But the problem is they have this shit on the screen for too long.
Static images listening to people talk about deep politics and very important theological stuff you have no idea about. What do you mean?
Yep.
It made sense. I followed it. Were you even paying attention to the story? Yes, I was actually. I didn't skip a single line of dialogue. I was a good little boy and I took it all in. And all this stuff that went on about in penacony made literally no fucking sense. For a new player, that is.
Yep.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. I'll let you finish after. You know with why penacony makes sense to players? Only if you've played Honkai Impact 3rd. They start talking about finality and origin and all this shit. You literally would not know anything about this unless you have played Honkai Impact 3rd. And that is why on my last video, which people did not like that I said, not the only way, but you get way more enjoyment from this game if you have played Honkai Impact 3rd. I'm going to be honest. That's not a good thing. And everyone will say, oh, but it's connected to the Honkai verse. So, like, it makes sense. Okay, cool. It can be connected. You can have XP characters that look like characters as Easter eggs from all that. But don't recycle the same storylines. Don't, like, that shit. It just, like, it's not good. Because then people that are new to this feel like they're missing out context because they never played the other games. You never played GGZ, never played Honkai Impact 3rd. Like, that exposition we got with Raiden May, with Acheron, with her saying May, normal players that just played this for the first time, never played Honkai Impact 3rd, didn't understand the significance of saying her name is May. Like, people did not get, like, unless you're a Honkai Impact 3rd player, right? And the finality stuff that they were talking about, like, all the shit. And now we have the Flame Chasers for the next arc, which I'm excited about because I'm a Honkai Impact 3rd fan. I played the game. And that was one of my favorite arcs, literally probably one of the best arcs, arguably. Like, that shit is better than a JRPG game. That shit was so fucking good. But the thing is, they're recycling that story to tell the same story, but in a different game, in a slightly tiny different way. It's not really, like, good writing because they're just recycling shit that they've already done.
A lot of the stuff being
I feel like it's lazy
penacony,
writing.
You have to play through the simulated universe several dozen times.
Yep,
You
I was
have
just
to have
saying
gone
that
through
earlier.
all the different encounters and read through all the dialogue.
You would literally not know the name. They say the name of the Nihility Aeon, and you're like, who the fuck's that? You don't know unless you read the fucking lore in the fucking simulated universe, which is a roguelike mode that you do weekly to get gems. Nobody gives a fuck about the lore in there because you have to read everything. Nothing's voice lined at all, so you just got to read all this extra heavy text dumping fucking disposition, and you're just trying to fucking get your relics and get your gems and get out of there, man.
Trees there are to understand what was going on. Can I get some peace and quiet today? Holy shit. All this stuff about the hunt this, harmony that, nihility, emanators, jipe, etc., etc. All of that
Zipe, I believe, is the name of Nihility Aeon.
That was hardly even mentioned, let alone explained in the main story. Like, at all. And maybe I'm a little bit naive for thinking this, but I think if something is going to be talked about in the story, it should be properly introduced and explained in the story.
Yes, yes. Fucking thank you. I've been fucking saying that. Like, if finality and the Aeons and their backstory and their lore, the fucking swarm, like, if this shit is supposed to be important to the main story, why the fuck is it not explained in the fucking main story? That'd be like me playing Final Fantasy 16 and saying, oh, you gotta do these fucking side quests so you actually understand what's going on in the main story. No, side quests should add to the story, like in other ways that don't make it like you need to play them to essentially make the main story make sense. The side quests are supposed to enhance your experience and enhance the lore, not make you have to fucking play them to know the lore for the main story. That's so dumb. Oh, Zippe is Harmony, that's right. Unless they allow the MC or someone in the Astral Express to self-actualize through the story of the, like they did with Raiden May. If they do it that way, then yes. But I would also like to learn more about the main character, the Trailblazer. Like, that's what I fucking hate about Star Rail, man. Like, why is the main character in this game so fucking weak? He's weak. Have we had one badass moment besides Cocolia, which I keep saying is the peak? What have we done since then? We did shit against Aventurine. We did shit against fucking Fantilia. We're probably not going to do shit against the next guy. We did shit with the Fei Shao arc. Like, Fei Shao, we weren't even there. It was March 7th and fucking Ice Boy, Jing Yuan fucking, you know, like, bruh. What the fuck? I thought this was supposed to be a story through our POV, man. So fucking dumb. 1v1 and lost to Artificial Swarm Beetle. True. We literally just keep getting bodied the entire story. People keep saving us. Fucking Acheron saved us against Aventurine. Like, shit is so bad. Oh my God. And people are like, then they have the opposite of people in Wuthering Waves are like, oh, the MC is too strong. No, the fuck they're not. You're just seeing them actually win sometimes. Bro, the fight against the Dreamless in Wuthering Waves, we literally got our ass beat. And it took us having to team up with Gion and do, like, Gion saved us, we saved him, like it was back and forth. That shit was cinema. That shit was peak as fuck. That was an anime as fuck fight. Like, that was a crazy moment in 1.0 for Wuthering Waves. And then Chang Li had to save us. We were literally going to die in that dreamscape if she didn't save us. Fucking Doorkeeper had to save us. And then we, in turn, went and saved her. Like, people are making it sound like the Rover in Wuthering Waves is just OP as fuck and nothing can beat them. That's not the case at all. It's showing you character development and character growth in the story like it should be told in Sorrow, but they don't fucking do it.
Wild concept. I know.
We got a fucking hat. We went from the badass as fuck moment, bro. We went from this badass fucking epic moment of them building up to our first new path and our awakening. Right? This buildup was crazy good. And then we get this badass song. This was like a Super Saiyan transformation type of moment, right? Wrapped in biting wind. Like, this shit was epic, man. Like, this was so badass. After we got impaled by this thing, by the way. Like, this fight gave me the same feeling I got during Rover Gion versus Dreamless, right? Then she just fucking points to land like a badass. Like, this shit was epic as fuck. And then, in Penacony, we got a fucking top hat from a dead body. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
The hot take here.
Bro, that part was so good. I literally pulled an all-nighter because I wanted to finish it. It was like 8 a.m. when I finished that fight. Because it was already like 5 a.m. and I was getting to the fight. I was like, no, I gotta do this fight.
Thought the main story quest was supposed to, you know, follow the main character. The majority of 2.1 was from the perspective of someone that I could literally not give two flying fucks about. Aventurine.
And now we're getting a
God.
pen?
In
Oh my
2.0,
god.
He was on stream for a total of like, say, 30 minutes. Most of the time he was being a dick. And in 2.1, you're supposed to spend most of the time in his point of view, following his story.
Yeah, you know what the problem with this was? They combined the companion quests in the main story. That's where they fucked up. That's where they fucked up with Penacony. They should keep the companion quests separate and the main story its own thing.
Talking about things that we don't know, doing things we don't care about, talking to NPCs we're going to forget about. Why was this in the main story quest? I literally could not have cared less about Aventurine when going through this, and I was slowly hating him more and more the longer I was.
Yeah, I can see that. I personally liked Aventurine, but
freshly shaved testicles on his chest. Well, it's supposed to set up his motivations for the final battle, and yeah. And character story quests exist exactly for this reason. What they should have done is saved all of that for a quest that we have to do after we.
I agree. It should have been a
go through
companion
our
quest.
own story.
It should have been a companion quest.
Make Aventurine seem like the villain,
because then you're not basing the game off of the MC like it was in 1.0. When we have to walk around as Aventurine, a character we barely know, that we didn't even get to really know through the main story yet, and you're playing as him for like fucking 4 hours. You know, like, bro, that should have been time that was dedicated to the main character, not Aventurine, and then give us a fucking companion quest after we finish the main story.
The big fight with Aventurine, yada yada yada. Then we have a character story quest unlocked where
like they did for Acheron.
We flash back to go through all of Aventurine's stuff. That would recontextualize how we see him as a character and put everything in a new light. If you're familiar with Harry Potter, you'll understand what I mean. We go through that story thinking Snape is a bad guy out to get Harry. It's not until far into the later books that we get his backstory, and it completely changes how we see him as a character and his actions in the story so far. If we
Harry
had known
Potter,
that backstory
I am your
before all of
father.
this, it would have ruined many narratives and plot twists. Now back to Honkai Star Rail. So putting aside all the Aventurine stuff, we spend about 2.5 hours as Trailblazer, and what we were doing? Going from one location to another to stand.
Oh, dude, this was so bad. Oh, man, this part was so bad. Jesus Christ.
Around talking. Most of the dialogue is basically recapping what we just went through in 2.0. That is until the bar sequence. Quick question. What was the fucking point of that bar sequence? Did I miss something?
To introduce you to the event, which should have been, again, completely separate for the main story. That should have been after the main story. That whole thing could have been introduced after the main story.
Like, Shaban is hot and all, don't get me wrong.
True.
But on the whole, the entire thing had nothing to do with the story at large.
Still mad she's not a 4-star character.
Right? Seriously, what was the point? Just to set up that drink mixing minigame?
Yep.
Okay, why is it in the main story quest though? It makes no sense at all. However's, listen, I get that you want to make this game a more cinematic experience.
They're doing a bad job at it.
But to do that, you've got to learn a thing or two about, you know, cinema. Having people stand around talking for several minutes at a time with—
Bro is on times 90 speed. Oh my God.
No changes in angle, character focus, zero character movement.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I've been fucking saying. People don't understand how much of a difference having different camera angles and fucking expressions on the characters' faces will fucking change your experience when fucking reacting to the story.
Anything like that is just not interesting at all. And that's
like, look at this, bro. They're literally just standing still.
Character focus, zero character movement, or anything like that.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
At all. And that's when they're trying. Like,
this is why I said Wuthering Waves ruined every other gacha for me. Because now, when I go, I didn't think that much of this when I played Star Rail, because I'm like, yeah, literally, this is all gachas. And then playing a good gacha, like Wuthering Waves with a good storytelling, like the way they tell the story, visual storytelling. Going back to Star Rail feels so bad. It's, oh man, it feels like a chore.
Like I mentioned before, there were way too many static shots or just straight up black screens in this patch. And here's the golden rule for cinematic storytelling, Hoyoverse. Show, don't tell.
Thank you. That is what I've been saying for years. I would much rather see the expression on the character's face and get that visual storytelling, like where words do not need to be spoken, because you can tell just by looking at the character's face exactly what they're feeling. But in Star Rail, the way that they do their storytelling is like the character will have a static face and they'll be like, oh, I'm sad. Instead of just visually showing the character be sad. You know what I mean?
In fact, there were a total of 35 minutes and 54 seconds of scenes with static images, whereas a grand total of 24 minutes 7 seconds actually in battle. At this point, Honkai Star Rail is the equivalent of Love and Deep Space, a visual novel with minor gameplay aspects.
Yep.
Which is fine for lads because that's what they marketed themselves as. Can't say the same with Honkai Star Rail though. And this tell don't show style storytelling, using that word very loosely, continued into 2.2 as well. I think you
Can I show you a good example? This is, in my opinion, one of the best examples of show, don't tell. In this scene, you can see Fern going from shy, nervous, to appreciating Stark's confidence, and to happiness. Without saying a single word. Look, shy, you see the sweat. He sees her nervous, and he builds up his confidence right here. Look at the shock on her face. And then you can slowly see her change from shocked right here to happy and smiling. There's not a single word spoken. And then you see her even more happy here. Not a single word spoken at all. Show, don't tell. Like, this makes a cinematic experience so much more enjoyable than just standing around talking and saying what you should be showing.
What I'm going to say about this patch too. Too much yap, not enough gameplay
Yep.
at all. Not a single battle for 3 whole hours.
Hey, he did times 1,000 speed. Times 1,000 speed is crazy. I didn't even know you could put that on editing software that fast.
About this patch too. Too much yap, not enough gameplay at all. Not a single battle for 3 whole hours. And that one only lasted a couple of minutes too. In fact, there was one whole 15 minutes.
This was the only good part of the penacony, and that's only because I played Honkai back third. Anyone else agree that this was their favorite part? And how many people that say this was their favorite part will also say that they played Honkai back third? The Acheron stuff was the only good stuff in penacony. When you learn about her, literally her name being Acheron, the fucking River of Styx, which is what the Acheron stands for, and then her saying, my name is May, you know? Like, that was the only cool part.
Nothing but black screens and 2 static images. 50.
Oh, I didn't say it was perfect, Arnold. I'm saying that this was the only good part that I actually somewhat enjoyed in penacony.
Fucking minutes. Jesus Christ. Imagine watching an episode of your favorite anime and it was just literally 1 or 2 pictures for the entire runtime. But at this point, I knew what I was kind of getting myself into, so let's just take it for what it is. Maybe I'll enjoy it more that way. Nope, but it's not as...
You can't... I used to say this to people, but now I don't even believe it. You can't even say that you'll enjoy Star Rail more if you just treat it as a visual novel, because I've played actual visual novels like Heaven Burns Red, for example, that just recently came out. You guys should play it. Has better visual storytelling and is more enjoyable than Star Rail.
Bad as Genshin, at least you don't have to listen to Paimon. Who needs Paimon? They do the exact same thing in Honkai Star Rail too.
That's true.
Repetitious, redundant dialogue talking about things we just did or things we don't care about. Sure, maybe it's not as annoying as Paimon's high-pitched screeching. But why is Sunday telling us about how Robin got shot in the neck?
I hate that fucking rat. Oh god, if they fucking killed Paimon, I might actually go back to Genshin.
Again, too much tell, not enough show. Why aren't we seeing it? Now, I don't mean to go the full PG-13 route or anything like that. I mean, think of the children. But they could have done it in a way where we take control of Robin for a short
think of the
period
children.
time, where we see her helping the civilians. We see the war-torn location.
By the way, this is not in the game. This is a trailer, so you don't actually see it in the story. Yep.
The desolation, the despair, the tragedy, and Robin trying to be the shining ray of light, the song of hope for the people. We see her
I hated
going
Sunday,
around
most boring
helping people
character.
and
I
seeing
hated
hope
Sunday
return
and
to their
Robin.
faces because of her. Then at the end, we can get a scene in the evening. The sun is setting, Robin's in the distance, backlit beautifully, leaving only a black silhouette. Then we hear a gunshot, and we see her fall to the ground. Fade to black. Cinema. Pure fucking cinema. We could have done all of that in about 20 or 30 minute sequence. Reuse asset from Belobog or something. It's not that hard. But no, we get Sunday yapping about it for several minutes, speaking in such a monotone drawl that it almost fell asleep.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck
Dude,
ornaments.
there was so many black screens in the fucking penacony arc. Oh my god, it was so stupid.
Don't you?
This was supposed to be his biggest motivating factor. This is why he was drawn to Order, and he talks with such apathy about the whole entire thing. His entire story is about him wanting to protect his sister, to keep her in a cage for her own protection, and she wants to be free despite the danger that might come to her.
See, hey, and you can't say bro didn't pay attention to story. He clearly knows what happened.
I'll give this to 2.2 though. It did start to explore interesting philosophical concepts with this plotline. They kept bringing up the question of is it better to be in a cage completely protected from harm, or is it better to be free even though you may get hurt? The whole thing between Robin and Sunday is that their relationship
I agree,
is much like
Firefly.
the bird in the cage flashback that was just brought up, and it was genuinely interesting. Well, it was the first time we heard it, but the amount of times they bring it up.
Yeah, dude, I remember when I did this, I was like, again? Like, bro, they used this like 4 times.
Not do anything with that concept until the very end just got annoying. I wasn't the only one that noticed this either. Even now there are people making Chominy Dove memes. I could go on about all the other things like how nobody seems to speak like a regular human being.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't.
See? He hasn't played Honkai Back Third. If you played Honkai Back Third, this scene is very enjoyable to you because of Welt being so close to May in his world and knowing who she really is, right? That is the problem with the way Star Rail does their storytelling when they bring in XP characters and they start using lore from Honkai Back Third that you know nothing about. This is the thing that I was talking about, where new players that have never played Honkai Back Third are going to have issues with the way the story is told.
I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words.
Not to mention that a lot of the dialogue sounds like it's written by an edgy 13-year-old trying to be deep. Why does life slumber? You're fucking kidding me with that line. Are you what the fuck does that even mean? People think that's deep. Yeah, okay, whatever.
And then you... Oh, you know what's a deep theme, though? A deep one from Honkai Back Third? Why do birds fly? That one's peak. Okay? But I won't lie, this one's kind of cringe.
And other issues that aren't really Honkai Star Rail specific, like the single choice dialogue options or the illusion of choice, where you have like several options, but they all say practically the same thing and leads to no changes at.
See, that's why Heaven Burns Red is so good. The dialogue options, dude, you can make your character, the MC in Heaven Burns Red, be a complete fucking retard. And she acts like when you choose the retarded, like, dumb options, she acts like a fucking stupid degenerate. It's so fucking funny, and it makes it so much better.
All in the dialogue tree. Like, what is the point? But at this point, I think I'd be kicking a dead horse. On the whole, I think the gameplay and story in Honkai Star Rail is good. What do you mean it's good? You've just been ranting about it this whole time. Now, listen to what I'm saying. The gameplay is good. The story is good. The storytelling is absolute horseshit.
This is what I tell every single person, and it's crazy how many people don't get it. They don't get the difference between a good story that has a good fucking foundation and the way the story is told. The way a story is told can completely ruin a good story.
It doesn't matter if you think Honkai Star Rail's gameplay is the best that gacha games can be. It doesn't matter if the story is the best thing out there either. Now hear me out. You can have the most delicious kernel of corn in the world. This corn tastes so good it can change your life, and you'll never taste anything better than
But the way it's made
it in the entire world for the rest of your life. But if that kernel of corn is encased in a giant dog turd, I don't care how good it tastes, I'm not fucking eating that shit. Sure, the corn might be good, but getting there was an absolute nightmare, and I have the aftertaste of dog shit in my mouth.
True.
No thanks, I'm good. I've been meaning to play through 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, and 2.6, but I just...
Don't do it. Just do what I did and pay somebody to do it. It's so bad. I did not do the Rappa quest at all. I paid somebody to do it. It's in my chat right now. I don't fucking do it, bro. Trust me. The Fei Shao, I thought that shit was going to be so interesting, and it just wasn't. And the Rappa quest was fucking god awful. I watched friends play it, and I was like, there's no fucking way in hell I'm doing this.
Physically cannot get myself in.
Oh, dude, I heavily recommend Heaven Burns Red. It is so good. I will be streaming it after I finish my event thing for Wuthering Waves tonight. So, to give you an example of why the story and the writing is so good in Heaven Burns Red, it is written by the creator of Clannad, Angel Beats, and Charlotte. Okay? They're all very, very fucking good animes with great storytelling. So if you enjoy any of those animes, you will heavily enjoy this. Very, very lighthearted moments, but also very, very dark moments. Very good use of comedy in between that to kind of lighten the fucking despair that they're going through with the apocalyptic world. Very, very good. The combat, turn-based combat that pretty much Star Rail copied from is very, very good.
in the mindset of, I'm about to put myself through torture right now. I'm about to put myself through torture.
Yep.
This is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. I am going to kill myself.
Holy shit, Star Rail broke him, bro. Star Rail broke him. Bro is going through it.
But why do I feel like this and the rest of the gacha community still raves about how good Honkai Star Rail is? Best storytelling? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
This is what I think it is. The people who think Honkai Star Rail is good are those who jumped on Honkai Star Rail from day one. They've been playing it every day, piecemeal, and they haven't noticed the gradual decrease.
Hell nah. I've been playing since day one, and I've been noticing the gradual decrease since the end of Belobog. Since we entered Lofu, I noticed the difference. Hell nah. Nope. It's just people. Man, I'm going to piss some people off. It's people that haven't played real fucking video games with good storytelling. That's who. And they just eat slop. And they're like, oh, this is so good. They're eating shit. And they think it's the fucking best thing they've ever experienced on Earth. Go play a Final Fantasy game. Go play God of War. Go play Last of Us. Go play Dragon Quest. Go play a fucking game with actual good storytelling. And you will here's a segment. Go play a brand new game that just came out, Metaphor. You will play that and you will instantly see how fucking dog shit the storytelling in Star Rail is. Immediately. Okay, I fucking implore you, go play an actual game with good storytelling. And it will change your perspective on Star Rail for the longest. The thing is, a lot of people that play Star Rail and these gacha games, the people that simp so hard for it, all they play is gacha games. They don't know what an actual good game is. It's so bad. I don't get it. Do you not have money to buy a new game? Maybe if you stop fucking spending in fucking gacha games, you could buy a real game.
Increase in quality, like a frog in boiling water. If a frog is put in boiling water, it will immediately jump out. But if the frog is in cold water and you slowly increase the temperature, it won't notice the danger and it will be cooked to death. You're cooked. You are quite literally cooked right now. Well, actually, modern scientists say that due to the similar regulation, frogs will still jump out, so you're actually wrong. George?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the...
Thank you, George. Even though I enjoy story-focused, turn-based action RPGs,
Undertale too, yeah.
I do, my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VIII, followed closely by Final Fantasy X.
I respect that so much. Final Fantasy VIII is one of the underappreciated ones. I was one of the people that didn't like it when I was younger because I played 7 and then played 8. And man, the difference between 7 and 8 was, wow. You know? And I didn't like the gameplay changes in 8. And I also was too young to understand the mindfuckery of the time traveling shit that they did in 8. But when I replayed it recently, a couple of years ago, and platinumed it when I got older, I grew to appreciate the way that they told the story a lot more, but I still think that 8 has very big problems with the way that they finished the story, and the time travel stuff was not handled really good, in my opinion. And people still, I know they had one of those ending that's like, you know, whatever you think happened, like the fans come up with their own theory of the ending. I hate when games do that. Just give me a conclusive ending, man, so people don't fucking fight about it for years to come. A 10, though, is literally tied with one of my favorite games of all time with 7. 10 is a masterpiece.
Just can't bring myself to drudge through dogshit storytelling like in Honkai Star Rail anymore, even if I like the gameplay, as basic as it is.
Ryuko-sensei, let me give you one piece of advice if you are watching my reaction to your thing. I can clearly tell you're reading a script, and I get it. But try either get one of the prompter things. There's like a prompter thing you can put above your, it's from Elgato, above your camera, which I don't use it that much anymore. Or just like memorize the line before you say it and just cut in the edits. That's better than, because people know you're reading a script. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of pulls you out of the experience, right?
I just can't bring myself to drudge through dogshit storytelling like in Honkai Star Rail anymore. Even if I like the gameplay, as basic as it is, it's not worth it if it's only 5% of the game as a whole. No, wait, sorry, 3%. Almost gave it too much credit there. Fun but scarce gameplay, interesting core story ruined by terrible writing. Seriously, does anybody talk like a regular human? Just one.
He used Jing Yuan for this fight? Damn. Damn. I didn't think anyone still used this dog shit character.
Terrible writing. Seriously, does anybody talk like a regular human? Just one. I just need one person, please. Atrocious exposition, repetition, jargon, and a lot left unexplained, leaving players feeling
Oh man, the plot holes are stupid. How the fuck we still don't know anything about fucking Otto, fucking Void Archives, right? How the fuck we still don't know anything about Locha or fucking Jingliu? Huh? How the fuck they ended one of the arcs with them saying, yeah, we know how we're gonna kill Aeons, and then that's it. Huh?
Satisfied. This is what 90% of Honkai Star Rail is right now.
Like you can't do cliffhangers like this to build up a story when you're not gonna revisit it for like fucking years. It's a gacha game, right? That only works for anime when you got the next season is gonna immediately talk, like the next arc where it starts is gonna immediately start working on what you fucking built up and cliffhung on. But they gave us that exposition of like, yeah, Jingliu and Locha are out to kill the Aeons. And so are Kafka and all that. We got all that disposition for that. They haven't talked about it since. It's been like a year. Jesus.
Even if the rest of the 10% is all good, all great even, 90%.
Yeah, and then the fucking crew with Duke Inferno, bro, that shit was so gay. I'm sorry. How the fuck you gonna off-screen a guy you built up on a fucking trailer? And then you built up all those characters and they just disappeared. Oh, they ran away. You'll see them again. When? When? When are we gonna see them again? We're going to fucking Ampharis in 3.0. We're gonna be fucking dealing with gods going to war with mortals and titans and shit. Where's the space for them to be in? And then I don't even want them to be there because they're gonna ruin the fucking experience of 3.0 because it's gonna feel like convoluted as fuck. Like, why are they here? It's not even gonna make sense.
Percent is still the vast majority, and that's why I say, as a whole, Honkai Star Rail fucking sucks ass.
True.
Hey guys, just something I want to say to everyone out there. If you like Honkai Star Rail, just keep in mind that this is not a personal attack on you for liking that game. I'm not going to...
No, I see why he has a good like to dislike ratio, because he's like, hey, just because I think it sucks, if you enjoy it, you know, hey, that's on you, whatever. Enjoy it, man. I'm not telling you can't enjoy it. I wouldn't have added this part, me personally. That's why I get so much hate.
Say like anything like you're stupid for liking it. If you do like it, then I'm genuinely happy for you. But these are the reasons why, personally, I don't like this game, and I just needed to get them off my chest for everyone to hear, because very often I hear people say that they like Honkai Star Rail, I say I don't, and they say why.
Some people still say that Ryuko's paid by Tencent. I can assure you he'd be making way more money if he was.
Before, there's a lot to like about Honkai Star Rail, like the game design, the character design, the music is amazing.
The end game.
Some of the finale cutscenes and all that, I really enjoy all of those. But when it comes to actual core gameplay itself, in comparison to how much of it we actually get in this game, I don't think it measures up. And the further we go along in Honkai Star Rail, the further I feel like Hoyo just doesn't really want us to play this game like at all. Like with the whole auto battling system, it's very useful, it's very convenient as well, so don't get me wrong on that. But like with the amount of, or should I say, the lack of combat or the lack of gameplay in the actual story itself, combined with...
They should not let you auto battle during important story moments. I've said that so many times. And they also shouldn't let you use your OP as fuck version characters. Like if you have an E6 fucking Acheron and you're fighting Acheron, they should not let you fucking use your own characters. It completely takes out the immersion of the story. Like when I fought Aventurine, I had Aventurine on my team. It's felt so weird. You know? Like they should make you use the characters that are on the story, like Honkai Impact 3rd does.
More recent characters, such as Acheron, using her skill to instantly get rid of the other mobs as well. It just feels like more and more they're just giving us more reasons not to do the thing that we came to this game to do in the first place. Does that make sense? And I'm sure I'm going to hear some people say, well, just don't use Acheron then. Well, that's, first of all, that's completely missing the point.
Yeah.
Second of all, you realize that when you say that, when you're talking like that you sound like the people that are defending Genshin that are saying, oh, well, just don't use Hyperbloom then. Like,
yeah,
why would I not use what I have in my arsenal?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing I'm hearing.
It's a stupid argument.
All the things I hear people say that they hate about Genshin, they defend vehemently in Honkai Star Rail. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why they give Honkai Star Rail Pass when they absolutely rag
'Cause they're
on
shills.
Genshin for it. They're both just as bad.
Because they don't want to feel like they wasted the last 2 years of their life and money on playing this game. So most people, instead of, accepting that the game is getting worse and critiquing it, will just sit there and just go through it and not say anything.
I know this video is going to get downvoted to hell, but that's fine. I
Yep,
know
sunk
that's
cost
just
fallacy.
what it's going to be.
The same reason why people do not want to play new MMORPGs when they've been playing World of Warcraft for fucking 20 years. You imagine just losing all that time and money and shit that you went through in World of Warcraft to start a new MMO that might not even be good?
Ryuko-sensei in this case, I guess. Because I bet most of the people won't really watch past the first 30 seconds.
What's up, Thunder?
Just leave it a downvote.
Oh, yeah, I know,
make a comment
Dieties.
and just go on with their life. And again, that's just the nature of things. Another thing I know that's going to happen is I'm going to get people in the comments saying, you only dislike it because you're a Kuro shill for Wuthering Waves. And
Oh,
that's
1
just
million.
not the
Oh,
case.
dude.
I made
1,000,000%. It's so funny because let me show you something that Pokey retweeted. I did a post where I said, the difference between the comments I get on my Star Rail videos and my Woo-Wah videos are night and day, dude. I cannot stand you fucking Hoyo nerds that get mad at every little thing, even if it's light criticism. And it's not like I'm saying you're fucking retarded if you like Star Rail. I'm literally saying things like, bro, I literally said in my last video, I am extremely excited for 3.0 because of the Greek mythology and the Flame Chaser XP stuff. But the comment I made was, it just feels kind of lazy that, and I feel like new players that never played Honkai Impact 3rd are gonna fucking miss out, and we, as people who have played Honkai Impact 3rd, are gonna experience the game in a much more different light, and we're gonna enjoy it way more than people that have no idea about the Flame Chasers, right? Oh man, you should see the number of people that I banned that day for their comments. Jesus fucking Christ. My God. So he quote retweeted and he said, the duality of man. You guys know, and this is his comments when he said the best so far, on literally the context is him liking the design of Zani, which, bro, there's nothing wrong with that comment. And his comments are like, oh, you hated Woo-Wah. I think this guy hates Woo-Wah. Guess it's time to quit being a Woo-Wah tourist. Don't you play Honkai Star Rail? Nice that you're already out of my radar media algorithms. Get out, loser. Get the fuck out. Like, you don't even like the game, bro. The biggest farmer. What the fuck this dude doing here? Get out. Shut the fuck up, you neutrally. Like, bruh, it's crazy. It's crazy how both sides are both toxic and no matter what you say. I will say, I feel like the Kuro side is not as bad. I feel like they just really dislike him because of the one reaction he did that they really didn't like. But I will say, when I have a critique for Wuthering Waves, like I say things like, oh, Woo-Wah would be better if they did this. Like they let us do, like, instead of 2 times runs, it lets us do as much as we want with all our stamina. Or, anything I say about Kuro that has a little bit of light criticism, most of the fandom and the community either agree with me and say, oh yeah, that's that's definitely, acknowledgeable. Maybe they should do that. Whereas I feel like a lot of Star Rail community are just like, just don't play the game then, you fucking retard. Like, that's the difference. I feel like they're way more toxic.
My first video about Honkai Star Rail way back in March, if I remember correctly, in March or April, way before Wuthering Waves came out. And I've always had
TikTok in general, they're
about,
degenerates.
Honkai Star Rail.
I don't even read my TikTok comments anymore.
It really isn't a case of me wanting to shill for any particular game or company over another one. It's just the way I feel about this. And in fact, I actually have another video in the works right now, kind of being really quite critical about what
I'm going to tell you what it is because he already told me. Wuthering Waves. Now, I know I've been being neutral and all, but like, hey, if he says anything that shits on Wuthering Waves is not true, I'm shitting on him that whole video, okay? That's good. I'm going to act as toxic as all those motherfuckers on TikTok and Twitter. If you talk shit about my game, Ryuko-sensei, you hear me, motherfucker?
Wuthering Waves. Maybe not as hard as this video here, but still quite critical.
Maybe not as hard because the game is way better.
So, I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. But to all you out there that actually watch this video to the end, just know that I greatly appreciate you, even if you disagree with me on Honkai Star Rail. It's just different things for different people, you know?
Yep.
And while I'm recording this, the latest live stream hasn't been announced yet, so I have no idea what the new stuff is going to be like. But honestly, I don't really think it matters to me at all. I'm going to say it again. If you liked Penacony, if you like Honkai Star Rail, all the best to you. I honestly don't really care.
See, he says that, but what I would actually say, for if it was me, I would say I feel bad for you, because that means you haven't experienced good storytelling.
Fine. Like I said, I'm not going to say you're stupid for liking Honkai Star Rail. Everyone likes different things, and these are just the reasons why it doesn't suit my particular taste. It's nothing to do with me not liking story. I do. It's not me not liking turn-based action RPGs. I do. It's just I don't feel like this game respects my time as a player.
Yeah.
If they cut out all of the fat and all the redundancy and all this.
Like Wuthering Waves main story, a lot of people will complain and say shit like, oh, the main story was only 2 hours. Oh, this companion quest was only 1 hour. Thank God. They got to the meat and bones without padding the dialogue and bloating it for just making you stay on the game longer. They just got to the fucking point. And none of the dialogue feels forced or bloated. That takes you out of it, man. Everything feels important to the story that they're saying. So I actually respect that. And I wish Star Rail would do that more. I would respect the game more if it did that.
Just absolute yap and bloat. I think I'd really enjoy it, but it doesn't. Well, not yet anyway. I haven't even done like a...
Also, most of those gacha players that you're talking about would not be able to fucking comprehend Nier. It's too complicated for them.
2.6, and I'm already hearing like all the banana memes, so whatever. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. And by the time I edit this video, I think it's actually going to come out after that live stream as well. So I'm going to be dealing with all that. So everyone's going to be coming off that high for the latest live stream, and they're going to...
Oh, man, and that was a good live stream. Well, the 3.0 trailer was hype.
See this video and just absolutely rip into it. And that's fine. It is what it is. As for me, I'm just going to log in, do my dailies, get my Jades, pull Fugue, because she's literally the only character I'm really hanging about for at the moment.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to skip her. Yep. Anybody else skipping her? Fugue? Fug you? Anyone else going to skip Fug you? I am. I'm just going to get Sunday beat for meta, and I didn't even want to pull him. But apparently, from what I've seen, from looking at just like gameplay leaks, not story leaks, apparently... and not even just like looking at gameplay leaks. They literally showed in 3.0 all the characters coming out after are going to be pretty much like the new meta, the summon characters, right? And the MC is going to get the new path where you literally have a fucking Pokemon with you. Literally every character is going to need Sunday. So, you know, that's the only reason why I'm pulling him. I do not want to pull him at all, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Same. I'm going to go Elysia, but she's probably going to be the last character in that story. It's because it's a free game and it attracts those who have more free time and also kids. I doubt kids play Star Rail. They play Roblox and fucking Pokemon, bro. They don't, and Fortnite. They don't fucking play this shit. Maybe in China they do, not in the West. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I hate that Sunday is going to be like the best meta support character going forward probably for the next fucking year. It's like literally like Ruan Mei all over again, or Sparkle, or Tingyun. Yeah, the new Ruan Mei. Well, he's like a combination of like Sparkle and the Harmony MC, but even more busted.
And then I'm just going to piece of...
Yeah, no, you think a kid in today's day and age has the fucking patience to sit there and listen to that yap fest for 5 fucking hours? It's all 30-year-old fucking men. 20-something-year-old men. That fucking... I'm just not going to say what I was going to say because it's going to make people mad.
I play 7 gacha games every day. One of those games I play 2 different counts on, and there are many other games coming out in the future.
Girls Frontline 2 next week.
2 weeks. Nemesis to Evanis, Project Mugen, Azure Familia.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not excited for Duet Night Abyss at all since that last live stream. That live stream did a disservice to the game. It looked like ass. It was just spamming the same button over and over again.
All these other games, Arknight's Enfield as well is another one.
That will also do good on Sensory Tower. I can assure you, and I speak for mostly a lot of people when I say this, nobody gives a fuck about Sensory Tower. First of all, that shit isn't even accurate. It doesn't even have Android fucking statistics most of the time, or PC or console. So nobody gives a fuck about Sensory Tower.
All these games coming out, and I just will not have the time nor energy to...
It's literally completely made up.
All those, and so I'm gonna have to like get rid of... Or
they do? Oh, you mean retards? Yeah, you're right.
Stop playing some of the games I'm currently playing, and Honkai Star Rail is at the top of my list for the reasons I stated in this video. Anyway, yeah, guys, Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or dislike, leave a hate thread, and unsubscribe if you want. Again, no hard feelings. I'll see you in the next one if you ever want to come back to this channel. But for those of you that do want to stick around, then
if
I will
you
see
have
in
not
the next
subbed to Ryuka, he's going to do more videos like this.
Why
This
is
was
so much sound in the fucking background?
This was a very, very good video, guys. Make sure you go like and subscribe to this video, bro. That was so. I'm going to leave it linked down below in the description and pinned comments, by the way, as well on YouTube. Great video. Finally, someone else said it. I never made a dedicated video. I had wanted to do it for the longest time, but I always got so much hate on my videos when I even just a little bit criticized the game, and not even a bad way. Not even a bad way. Like, I literally, maybe sometimes I get a little aggressive with it because that's my personality, but I'm not like shitting on people for liking Star Rail, right? But there are some moments where I'm just like, oh, this would be better if they did this. They make so much money. And then people give them so many like chances without even like trying to be a little bit understanding of like, wow, this game could be better. No, instead, they think a game that makes over $100 million a month, way over that, they think that they can't improve. It's not that they can't improve. It's just that they won't, because they know that people are going to suck up this slop anyway. So why should they fucking change? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why should they when they still make millions? I showed you guys earlier in this video, Atelier Rizlariana, a fucking mobile game from Atelier that makes probably 5 million a month, if that, has better expressions and storytelling than Star Rail, and they make barely any money. If they can do it, Star Rail can do it. They just choose not to. Now constructive criticism equals I hate the game. Yep, that's why I didn't make a video on it myself. I was gonna make a video on it myself. The only video I made on it was like a year ago. I made a video on why Honkai Star Rail will never surpass what time it is. Honkai Impact 3rd. This video. If you guys never watched this video, feel free to watch it on your own time if you want. I'll link this one too. In this video, I pretty much explain and describe why storytelling in Star Rail cannot even compete with Honkai Impact 3rd whatsoever, which is a fucking 8-year-old gacha game at this point, almost 9 years old. And it's a fucking visual novel, right? So if you guys are interested in that video, I'll leave that link down below too. But man, Ryuko Sensei cooked with this video, man. I can't wait to see his Wuthering Waves one. And again, guys, make sure you subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. This was a very, very good video. Worse yet, no payoff for the MC beside Belobog, and the Astral Express crew feels static, no interpersonal dynamic. Yeah, I've said this many times. There's no like bonding between the Express crew or growth between the crew at all. Like, the crew is constantly being saved by other people. There's no character growth for the MC. We still don't know barely anything about his past, just like fucking Genshin. It's, oh man, I fucking hate the way that they're going with this. It's like they're office workers. Yeah, there are some sarcastic nudges here and there, but nothing carries weight. I don't feel like they're a tight-knit group or of individuals that care about each other. The story should be about them. Yeah, but instead it's about all the other people that they visit on their journey instead of them. It's so bad. Through Trailblaze, we should see different aspects of their personality shine. We got none of that. Yep, I 100% agree. Everything Ryuka said is right, and the reason it happens is Corpa. It lost a war, to be frank. We all know Honkai Star Rail could make everything animated if they want to. Oh yeah, 1,000,000%. Like, look what they did with the Honkai Impact 3rd. With Part 2, they did a whole new engine for the game. You think they can't do that for Star Rail? 1,000,000% they can. They could literally change Star Rail to fucking ZZ engine if they really wanted to. When a company dev team makes less more, they're more passion and drive to make an amazing product and go the extra mile. Yep, hence Wuthering Waves and Atelier Rizlariana. That's what I was saying. The more they make, why the fuck would they change anything? What they're doing is working. So, a damn good video, and his opinions are valid. Yeah, that's why it has a good like to dislike ratio, because the only people are disliking are Hoyo shills that can't listen to criticism at all. Yep, we still don't know about March's backstory. I mean, they talked about Imbibber Lune. Like, anyone gives a fuck about that motherfucker. I agree. As someone who plays Genshin, Honkai, and Wu, I definitely agree, and both could use a lot of work. Wu, in terms of expressiveness, is the best of them right now. ZZ is close. I just don't like the yapping where the characters are facing the camera. Yeah, I enjoy the comic book style stuff and the 3D stuff in ZZ. Thank you for follow. But I do not like the visual novels type of stuff in ZZ. The characters have way too much personality to just put them on a flat screen like that. Funny thing is, like I said, Genshin has now more emotive dialogues than Honkai Star Rail, and Honkai Impact 3 beats both of those. Honkai Impact 3 has more expression and better storytelling than both of those games, which is insane. Honkai Star Rail needs tragedy. Oh yeah, we had tragedy. Didn't you see Firefly died 3 fucking times? And she's still not dead. Robin died. She also not dead either. Oh my god. It's so bad. Also, that they introduced Jing Liu and Locho when the game came out, and now we've only... Yeah, so I was saying during the reaction, like, bro, how the fuck are they just gonna leave these plot holes? And then we also have Duke Inferno and his group. Totally, he got off-screened by Acheron. Didn't even get to see it after they did a whole trailer building them up. And then all the other crew members escaped. And what? We're gonna see them in 4.0? They better not be in 3.0 because it don't even make sense for them to be there. We're literally going to a place that's... Gods and titans are at war with mortals. How the fuck do they fit in there? For what? It literally would make no sense. And I feel like it would ruin. I want to know more about that. I don't give a fuck about them at this point. Fuck them. I don't know why people complain about WUA, tell a lot about MC so much. Yeah, isn't that the point? I never understand when people say shit like that. Oh, the game focuses too much on the main character. That not the point of a story is to, I don't know, talk about the main character. Like, I don't get it. What the fuck do you want? Do you want it to be like Genshin and Star Rail? Fuck no. It's the main character of the story. The fuck? That's the point of having a main character. So fucking stupid. Oh my god. Everyone simps over him. Them. Maybe because they are the person that fucking saved so much of the world back then when they were around like 20 plus years ago. It's like almost like the coming of like Christ being reborn. That's essentially what the main character is. Like Jesus Christ, their Messiah was reborn. Like, well, no shit, dude. These people coming from Genshin where the MC isn't really the focal point. Yeah, pretty much. And they are just okay with that. I'll never understand. Not gonna lie, Aventurine should have died in 2.1. Oh yeah, that was another character that had a fake death. What is this, fucking Dragon Ball Z? We're just gonna wish these characters back with the fucking Dragon Balls. There's no emotional attachment to any of these characters because nothing bad happens. I hate that shit. I agree though that WUA would benefit from having side plot lines, like exploring different grudges while the companion quests. We literally had that with Yinlin. We had that with Jian. We had that with Changli. We had that with Encore. Like, we have that in the companion quest, which is where that stuff should be, not in the main story. Main story should be about the main character. The companion quests and side quests should be about enhancing the experience of the main story while using other characters, in my opinion. Has anyone here played Honkai Impact 3 Part 2? I see a lot of people talking about how good it's getting. It's about to have 7.9. I just don't have time to go through Honkai Impact 3 anymore. Bro, I am in chapter 41. There's like fucking 60 chapters, 70 chapters at this point. And the chapters are really fucking long. Like, I'm talking like 10 plus hours, every single one of them. I just don't have the patience to do that anymore. With so many games coming out and so much shit to do with the fucking very small amount of free time I have. I just can't. I started the game way too late. I wish I would have kept up with it when it first came out. Oh yeah, Jiaoqi too. Yep, he should have died too. Instead, he's just blind. Yeah, they don't kill anybody. I would have cared more about him if he died. Just play console games, man. They're way better storytelling. Gacha games used to be games you just played on the side, man, when there was nothing else to do. Like, I would grind an MMO and have a gacha going on the other monitor, right? Like, I never treated it as like a main game I play. A lot of these people play these gacha games and think they're the greatest things on earth, and it's the only thing they play. Like, holy shit, bro. Go play Metaphor. Go play a new console game, a good one, man. Like, go play a good game. Yeah, it's not necessarily death that we don't need people to die, but there has to be stakes to make you feel attached to the character, or else it doesn't matter. But yeah, great video by Ryuko Sensei. Great discussions by the community in my chat and in his comments too. I'm excited to see his Wuthering Waves video. I'll definitely be looking forward to that. Again, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you guys haven't already. Leave a link down below, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below if you agreed or disagreed with what he or I said in this video. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of people that disagree, but y'all are just mad. Stay mad, bro.